All right, Class A, you've made it to the last video. Here are the answers to and the explanations of Part A, numbers 19 through 23. I grouped these together because they actually all need a direct object pronoun. So here are your answers to them. The ones that I have grayed out are not the best answer, although it's understandable if you came up with the answer, but please watch the explanation to find out why it's not the best. And then be careful because this answer is truly not done yet. I'll go over the full answer when I go over my explanation. So if you don't want to hear the whole thing and you just want to check if you're right, fast forward to the end. So this one, here's the answer. Again, this is not the best answer, but it's understandable if you came up with it. And then this one again is not fully done. And number 21, here's the answer for that one. Those are correct. There is nothing to change to those. 22, here are the answers to that. For these two down here, you can have either or both work. I will explain why. And 23, here are the answers to that. Go ahead and pause this now and check your answers. I will be explaining them following that. Okay, since all of these use direct object pronouns, it is beneficial for us to review what direct objects are. To find a direct object, you ask who or what's being verbed. Then you choose which direct object pronoun would best replace your direct object and put it in your sentence in the most appropriate spot. Where can pronouns be placed? Well, it all depends on what type of a verb you have. Most sentences will have a conjugated verb. So most of the time you can just smack it right before the conjugated verb. However, if you also have an infinitive, a present participle, or an affirmative command, you could attach it at the end of those. And don't forget, if you're attaching it to a present participle or an affirmative command, although we're not really dealing with commands right now, so let me just put lines through those. You will also need an accent on the penultimate syllable, not counting the pronoun. So let's go over these answers and explain why they are what they are. So again, this one's not the best answer. So let's talk about this. To say I am hearing, estoy. Your verb to hear is oír. And in your notes we have that if you have a vowel right before yendo, you have to change it to yendo. So that's why that is that. Now, if you are being heard, you are being verbed, you are the direct object. So the correct direct object pronoun would be te. Why can I put it here? I can put it here because estoy is a conjugated verb. However, I also have oyendo, which is a present participle. Present participles end in ando, yendo, and like this, sometimes yendo. I'm allowed to attach it at the end. But like we just said, if you attach a pronoun to the end of a present participle, you need an accent on the penultimate meaning second to last pronoun, not pronoun, syllable, not counting the pronoun. So oy and do, last, second to last. And either of these two sentences, right here or right here, would be correct. Number 20, she is believing him. Again, this is not the best answer. Here we have another verb where you've got a vowel right before the endo, so you have to change it to a y. And this time, if he is being believed, if he is being verbed, your direct object pronoun is lo. I can put it before está because está is a conjugated verb, or I can attach it at the end of creyendo because it's the present participle. But if I put it here, I have to count out my syllables. Creyendo. Last, second to last is on the E again. All right, number 21, Dad cuts the lawn, he cuts it. I'm just saying what Dad does on a regular basis, so I just need the regular old present tense where you take off the AR and add o, as, a, amos, ais, an. So padre or papa, corta el césped. To find the direct object, I ask myself who or what's being verbed, in this case cut, and that is el césped. So if I want to take that out and say he cuts it, to say it, my best direct object pronoun, it is over here, bottom left box. I have to choose between lo and la, and since el césped is singular and masculine, it would be lo. Where do I have to put lo in relationship to corta? I have to put it in front because it's a conjugated verb. I do not have any other type of verb, so I have nowhere else where I'm allowed to put it. Number 22. We are going to study Spanish. I had a lot of people asking questions on this in class to say what someone's going to do. You don't use the present progressive because the present progressive is used to say what someone is doing right now. If you look on your book cover and you think back to Spanish 1 to say what someone is going to do, use a conjugated form of ir, because that means to go, plus a plus infinitive. Infinitive meaning you do not conjugate it, and it's followed by ar, er, ir. So, if when you want to say what we are going to do, you need the we form of ir plus a plus the infinitive of to study. We're going to study what? Spanish. Oops, here's the first sentence. We're going to study Spanish. So what DOP would I choose to replace el español? It would be lo. Where can I put lo? Well, I can put lo in front of vamos because it's the conjugated verb. Whenever I say conjugated verb, I mean you take off the infinitive ending and decide which form of it you're going to use. I'm doing it, you're doing it, he or she is doing it. So that's what we mean by conjugated verb, where they end in o, asa, amos, isan. I had some people ask me about that today. So lo can go before vamos because it's a conjugated verb. However, I also have a verb infinitive over here. Verb infinitives end in ar, er, ir, and they haven't been conjugated. So I can attach lo to the end of estudiar. Do I need an accent? Let me check my notes. If I attach a pronoun to the end of an infinitive, there's not a star here, like there is here and here, so I do not need an accent. So this one's done. Either one of these sentences would be an appropriate answer to 22. 23, we know profe, we know her. In this one, don't forget, if someone knows or is familiar with a person, place, or concept, you use conocer, not saber, because saber means to know facts or information, and sabers kill people. So we need the we form of conocer, profe. What is this a doing here? That goes to our personal a notes. If a person or pet is being verbed, in this case being known, you must use the personal a by putting the letter a in front of the person. So I need a in front of profe because profe is being known, profe is the direct object, profe is a person. But in this sentence, we know her, she's being known, she's being verbed. I just need a direct object pronoun because in our notes we said that la can mean her. Why can I put la in front of conocemos? Because conocemos is the conjugated verb, so I have to. And there's only one type of verb in this sentence, so there is no other possible spot I could put the la. Okay, you are done. Hopefully your answers are correct. If they weren't correct, hopefully you now understand why they need to be the way that they are. And if not, ask me before class.